I just found it interesting that at this fan event in Las Vegas, Kevin Feige could not say anything about the future of Marvel, even though they have Echo coming out soon, and I don't know what I think Armor Wars is supposed to come up, and Daredevil. For some reason, Kevin Feige couldn't say one thing about the future of Marvel.
Well, he couldn't say anything because one, I think they're going to be doing some retooling when the full box office comes. They have delayed everything. They are delaying everything. Let's see if I can find it here. I'll bring this up. Just a moment here. Appreciate your patience. I just found it. Their entire slate is being delayed. The entire slate. Now they're going to blame the strike, but this is also an opportunity for them to retool. So Deadpool 3 is going to come out on July 26th, 2024. That's interesting. That's the week of San Diego Comic-Con, by the way. Captain America 4 Brave New World will release on February 14th, 2025.
Wow.
Hey,
oh boy.
Your Valentine's Day plans. So Marvel is only releasing one movie in 2024.
And is this Marvel or is this Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be like a Fox Marvel thing.
Is that under Feige?
Thunderbolt. So they have three movies coming in 2025, one movie in 2024. One. So Deadpool 3 on July 26th, Captain America 4, February 14th, 2025, Thunderbolts, July 25th, 2025, and Blade will release November 7th, 2025. I said all that because for people listening.
Anyways, so here's the thing now. So in 2024, Marvel movies will turn around and be a major hit with Deadpool.
You think so?
I trust the team behind Deadpool 3 more than anyone else. If they let Ryan Reynolds do what he needs to do, it'll be a big hit.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think this is worth its own discussion here real quick. We are going to get to your super chats, and we have 3 more films to discuss today. So we appreciate your patience with us. Yeah. Here we go. Let's talk about these.
Yeah, let me just throw this out there. I would predict that Deadpool 3 will make more money than all Marvel movies combined this year.
Here's what I'm going to make a bold prediction. Okay, internet, remember I said this? Deadpool 3 will be the highest grossing Marvel movie of 2024. It's also the only Marvel movie opening in 2024. So there you go. The bar is pretty low. But when you look at this, it is concerning. Do you think are they using these delays? Because we're not even talking about Avengers Kang Dynasty. When is the Kang? Is that 2026 and 2027? The thing is,
if it actually happens.
Yeah. So let's talk about these delays. Is this an opportunity for them to retool? Obviously, Blade has had huge problems with the script. Huge problems to the point where Mahershala Ali almost walked away from the project.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I think that my only thing is with those slate right there, with that slate, is that you see the leads really putting their foot down, and
right.
That's great. That's probably the only reason why they'll be a success.
Well, if they know what they're talking about. I mean, I mean, it is a fact that Robert Downey Jr. was very involved in his character and what happened with his character, Iron Man and Tony Stark. He was very involved. He had to be told, hey, we're thinking of killing him off. He initially thought that was a bad idea. I still think in the end, it will prove to be a terrible idea that they basically shelved Captain America and Iron Man. Because you know what? I promise you, when you look at by character, what merch sells the most, it ain't Captain Marvel. In spite of them shelving these characters, Captain Marvel and Captain America and Iron Man, the merch for those characters is gonna outsell. It's just going to. And these movies, I mean, Thunderbolts, I've heard of it, but it's not, what is it? And Captain America 4, Chris Evans isn't in it, okay? As far as I know. Do you think they're going to last minute throw
Well, here's
Chris
another
Evans, Steve Rogers in there?
Yeah, another thing, Chris, is that they've just done such a poor job of bringing up anyone new and exciting so that could sell merch,
Right.
as far as these characters. I mean, that's not our fault. None of this is our fault. It's like you're blaming the fans for not liking this shit. Well, sorry, but
I mean, if we're going to be really honest, let's just say Disney does not want to invest. They don't want to invest in strong male characters anymore. They don't want that. If you look at why Mahershala walked away, it's because they wanted him to play fourth lead in his own movie, where 3 women are the stars of the film, and Blade is just the backup. So Disney doesn't want to invest in strong male characters. If you look at Captain Marvel, name a strong male character. There wasn't one. Nick Fury was not a strong male character in that movie.
no.
He was comic relief. He was comic relief.
All the men were comic relief.
Comic relief.
The
So
family.
Disney does not want to invest in that, and I think Disney has drawn their line in the sand at this point. Like they have, they've drawn their line in the sand and said, "We're not going to do this. We're not going to create any more strong male characters." I guarantee you, Captain Falcon or Captain America or whatever, he's going to be a little feminized. He's going to be he's going to be very woke. It's going to be very, a lot of racism involved in that movie. It's going to be, that's the only time they will invest in a character is when they could pander, right? So I just believe at this point, unless, the finger of God, touches down, they're willing to sink the ship. I think the higher ups of Disney are willing to sink the ship.
I mean, I'll say this: there is a potential shakeup at the top with Nelson Peltz.
Yeah, but there have been several shakeups, and they're still.
But the thing is, however that plays out may say a lot about the direction of Marvel, and I think that's why Kevin Feige can't talk about it. I think until leadership is settled and figured out, I think it's on hold. I think Marvel is on hold.
Here's the main sort of like crux of this is Marvel and Star Wars are girl brands. Disney is a girl brand, and anything that Disney buys and absorbs turns into eventually a girl brand. I think it's ridiculous that they bought 2 very popular boy brands. Let's just face facts. Most people who are fans of Star Wars are men. Most people who are fans of Marvel are men. They grew up reading the comics. They take it all very seriously. And they thought, well, let's take these boy brands. We've already got the boy audience. We don't need to pay attention to them. We're going to bring in a female audience. What it did is it feminized the brand, and the original audience, they've lost it. Let's go to the comments. You guys can you guys stick around for some of these comments?
Yeah. And you're so right, Chris, because it's just like, we had incredible female superheroes.
Yeah.
From Rogue, Jean Grey, Storm. I mean, I grew up on those, man.
Hey.
I mean,
Eric July is here. Young
Hey.
Ripa. Hey, get Alpha Core. I picked it up. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. Eric July, been watching him for years. Been watching him just talk about comic books and speak the truth. Thank you, Young Ripa, for all you do. Appreciate you. Film Threat.